Hare Krishna, Namaste.
Chapter 13 is entitled as Kshetrajna Yoga, also as Prakriti Purusha Vibhaga Yoga, also as Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yoga. Sloka 31, Part 2. Yadā bhūta-pṛthag-bhāvam eka-stham anupaśyati tata ca vistāraṁ brahma sampadyate tadā. When a sensible man sees to see different identities due to different material bodies, and he sees how beings are expanded everywhere, he attains to the Brahman conception. In the previous session, we learned that there are so many different varieties of bodies. Even within one's family, they see father, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, and so forth, and also see their son, their children, and children of their children, children of children of their children, and so forth. But all these different bodies are from one entity, and that is Prakriti. It is not the Atma which goes through these changes, and that is the key message of this sloka. The Atma is not Brahmana Atma, Kshatriya Atma, Vaishya Atma, Deva Atma, Manushya Atma, Cat Atma. Atma or Atmas. Period. That's it. All these various differences that we just mentioned are in relation only to the Prakriti in the form of one's body. Bhūta-pṛthag-bhāvam. Pṛthag-bhāvam, these different divisions or different varieties that we see among the living entities is only present in the body, in which Prakriti and Purusha are combined, but still the change is only to the body, not to the Purusha, not to the Atma. Now let's understand this with an example. We see sesame seed and there is a sesame seed oil. We all know that the oil is present within the seed. But this oil which is present within the seed is not seen. Similarly, the Atma which is present within the body, we all understand and know it is present, but it is not seen. Like how the oil which is present in the seed is not being seen, the Atma which is present in the body is also not seen. All that we see right now is the body, Deva body, Manushya body, elephant body, cat's body, dog's body, etc. One doesn't see the soul. Like one sees the seed but not the oil which is present within the seed. But how the existence of oil within the seeds is true, likewise the existence of Atma, the soul, within the body is also very true. The oil cannot be seen, which is present in the seed. The Atma cannot be seen, which is present in the body. But we have no doubt that oil exists in the seed. Likewise, we must have no doubt that the soul exists within the body. So this part may be clear because we have been hearing this so many times. But though we hear and clear that yes, the Atma is present within the body, but the differences that we see in the body, short body, tall body, fair body, dark body, fat body, thin body, devata body, manushya body, insects body, reptiles body, plants body, trees body, and so many varieties of bodies that we see. And within those bodies, again there are so many varieties of differences. Maybe that we see in these bodies are also present in the Atma. That is, a short person as a short Atma, a tall person as a tall Atma, a fair person as a fair Atma, and a dark person as a dark Atma. When we say person, we are talking about the body. So whatever differences that we see in the body, the same applies to the Atma. The first thing is we understand that body. First thing we understand is Atma exists within the body. The second thing we understand is that Atma is different from the body. Now the third thing or the doubt that comes is maybe whatever the differences that we see in the body is also applicable to the Atma. Therefore the Atma is Brahmana Atma, Kshatriya Atma, Devata Atma, Dog Atma, Cat Atma, and so forth. And this is the main question or a topic that has been discussed in this sloka. Krishna clarifies that all the differences we see are categorized into one, eka-stham, and that is the Prakriti, which is of nature that have always constant changes, differences. Therefore, one has to see the Prakriti as one with these properties which are constant changes. Hence, the Atma doesn't go through any such changes, as the Prakriti is the one considered to be the main one which goes through various forms, various changes. This Prakriti, the body, which is nothing but the Prakriti, is achetana, not chetana. For those who would like to refresh themselves about chetanas and achetana, please do hear in the same chapter, 3rd sloka, part 2, where the details are given there. So the body is achetana and the Atma is chetana. The achetana tattva, all the various bodies that we see is one, which is Prakriti. That Prakriti, eka-stham, which takes these various forms as Deva body, Manushya body, and so forth. Whereas the Atma, which is Jnana Swarupa, full of knowledge, is always one in nature. They do not go through any changes like the Prakriti, which goes through all these variations. And these variation in the body happens simply because of the karmas of the individual Atmas. Each Atmas get different types of bodies based on their karma. Therefore, these differences only applicable to the body, but the Atma has no such differences by itself. That covers the first half of the sloka. Yadā bhūta-pṛthag-bhāvam eka-stham anupaśyati. Everything is from that one, which is prakriti, eka-stham. Now, this brings up another question. We see deva, manushya, pakshi, sthavara, all these different forms, which is said are all one entity, which is prakriti. That is understood. But what about one's own children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, and the generation, the expansion? Are they not part of the Atma? Is it not the Atma which gets separated and be born as one's child, and then that further gets separated and becomes grandchild and so forth? Because there is a statement in the Upanishad that says Atma vai putra namasi, that the same Atma takes birth as one's child. And also there is another statement which says angat sambhavati, that is, one is born from the limbs, the parts of the body. So from this second statement, it is clear that it is not the same Atma that gets expanded. It is the body that gets generated and a new Atma gets that body. But again, the cause of these differences is Prakriti. If it is to be said Atma is the cause of the differences that we see in our child, then the differences that we see has no relation to the Atma, because Atma by nature doesn't go through any differences, but we see differences in the body. Therefore, we can be clear that the product that gets generated with these differences are all byproducts of the Prakriti, not the Atma. And this is what has been explained in the second part of this sloka. One who understands this subject attains Brahma sampadyate. Again, we have gone through this topic. Here, it doesn't mean that one becomes God. It simply means that the Atma attains its natural state. He attains moksha and be in the blissful state, Ananda. In the next sloka, Krishna emphasizes that the Atma is indestructible, doesn't go through changes, and hence Atma is different from the body. Starting from sloka 24 onwards, rest of this chapter is all about Dehatma Viveka, to understand and see the differences between the Deha, body, and Atma, the self, the soul. Yadā bhūta-pṛthag-bhāvam eka-stham anupaśyati tata vistāraṁ brahma sampadyate tadā.
Namaste. Hare Krishna.